Hello, good evening, and welcome to Monkeys with Fire. How is everybody tonight? Hope you all had a fantastic weekend. So we are in Christmas week. We are going to be playing a series of party group games that are open mic sessions, inviting you guys in the chat to join on in tonight's game. Good evening, Amberden. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. So, what is the game on the table this evening? We are going to be playing a game called Mandragora. Mandragora. I've been practicing all day. You wouldn't believe it how many times I've said this name. Mandragora. Mandragora. It's Mandrake. I know it's a Mandrake. So this is the game we are playing. It's from one of my favorite designers, Bruno Cafalla. So I'm very much looking forward to it. It's nice and easy for me to teach how to play. We just need to get some players. So who is going to join me this evening to play Mandragora? Good evening, Sarah. Are you all set and ready in the chat? Both of you are? All right then. Let's unmute you and bring you on in.
Folks.
Good evening, welcome. Hello, is it working?
Hello, is it working? Good question.
Hello, hello.
Hello, Sarah. I can hear Sarah and I can hear Amberden. So I think we're working. Can you hear me, Amberden? Because I know Sarah can.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I think Amberden, I think you have your speakers on. We can hear the reverb. We can hear reverb.
I'll swap to my earphones and headset mic setup. Give me a couple of minutes.
Okay. Sarah, are you all set and ready, yes?
I am.
Yeah.
Do I need notes? Am I going to be taking notes for this game?
No. It's super easy. It's a party game. It's easy to teach and to play.
Okay.
We'll probably be able to get a couple of games in this evening, depending on how fast we play, and hopefully we can get a few players in. Because the great thing about it is it does play a relatively... well, it goes up to 4 players. So that's not too bad. We can get 4 players in tonight. That'll be fun. So if we've got 3, then, because of course this particular type of game requires, I need to know how many players are going to play so we can set it up appropriately. So let's go to the table.
Testing, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Amberden. Can you hear us?
Yep, all good.
All right, excellent. So let's get the game going then. Just go to there. Okay, so we have it set up, and if there's going to be 3 of us to start with, then I need to do a few little tweaks. So then, 3 sorcerers. We need to add these blue cards into the deck. We need to have 3 mandrakes. Okay, let me just add these cards in. We'll do these a quick shuffle. It's, like I say, it's a very easy game to teach and play, which I thought was ideal for a kind of Christmas game. We will be playing various games on Tuesday and Wednesday. All of them are to invite other players to join us. We have a game tomorrow that I think can take about 7 or 8 people, and then we have one of those fantastic type of games where we can have up to 100 players. So it's really up to you guys in the chat. However many of you would want to join on in, come and join us, certainly for that game on Wednesday night, because that will be a lot of fun. The details will be in the Discord general chat. I will add in there the file that you will need to print out for Wednesday's game. Good evening, Roger. Welcome. How are you? Hope you're well. Let me just do these a quick shuffle. Because you know how good I am at shuffling. You'd think I'd be better at it by now, wouldn't you?
Got to be better than your dice rolls.
Well, I think my dice rolls just emphasize my level of general luck. All right. So, I think we're good.
My arms are so dead from yesterday, I don't even think I'd be able to roll dice.
What were you doing to kill your arms?
My hands and arms, I was sanding the interiors of car doors.
I thought that was what nice little battery-powered mass sanders were for.
Oh no, these are plug-in types, but it was hours of it, and the sanders themselves are not light.
Okay, I think we're good. Roger, are you going to join us this evening? Are you going to play from the chat? Are you able to do so? If so, that would mean that our 4 places are all full. Just want to make sure, or are you happy watching for now? You can play from chat. Excellent. Okay, right. Hang on a second. That makes things so much easier. But now I need to find an extra card. There you go. So, Roger, you are going to be our last player. And I think what we will do is we'll do this in sort of alphabetical order. So it's going to go Amberden, Monkey, Sarah, and then Roger in chat will be last. I know that kind of doesn't quite make alphabetical sense, but it does as far as where people are and for me to be able to manage it and see how much room we have on the table. Okay, I think we're good.
I thought it was supposed to be a 4-player game.
It is from 2 to 4 players. So we can have a few players in it. Right. So we're going to set these out because these are the cards for the different players. I'm bringing these down a little bit here. We might have to adapt this slightly on the fly. So
I'm going to clock out for a couple of minutes. I've got to go and take a med.
So what I'm going to do is we've got our mandrakes set up. We've shuffled our deck of magic cards, magic items, and then we have to place 1 card per each of the daytime shops, and then face up, and then 1 at each of the nighttime shops face down. And that is how the game will be playing throughout. So hang on, daytime is face up. We might have to... I'm going to put that to the back because I've already messed up. There we go. That is like
I'm back.
that. And that is visible. That's visible. So is that. That's visible. That's hidden. Okay. So we have all the cards. We have our spells. We can put this to one side, give us a little bit of room. So basically, the idea of this game is we are going to be collecting magical items. Magical items combined with a spell book will allow us to cast a spell. And that spell may be beneficial to us or it may hamper the other players in the game. Ultimately, there is a point scoring system and whoever has the most points at the end of the game will be the winner. So it's pretty simple as far as what we've got to do. Most points at the end of the game wins. How do we score those points? Let's just go through and just make sure I get this correct. So then, what's going to happen at the end is we're going to have our spells that we have cast. We're going to add the value of the spell card and the spell book. So that's going to be a set of points. We're going to deduct 1 point per colour that we still have in our hands. That will be the magical ingredients, and I'll explain the different sort of, let's call them suits of magical ingredients that are available, but they are basically colours. So for every colour that you still have in your hand, it will be -1 point. If a player has the cursed token, then they will receive -2 points. Alright, so those are the points. Let's go through.
So we don't want different colors?
You don't at the end of the game. You don't want any colours in your hand at the end. The way that the game plays is there's a bit of a ticking clock. So as you get to near the end of the game, you want to be getting rid of your cards. But let me explain how the game plays.
Yes, that's when the deck runs out at the end of a game.
It is indeed, yes. So we won't jump ahead. We'll just go through, first of all, how the actual game plays. So we have our assistant, and our assistant is able to go around the various magical shops in the town. So when it's your turn, you have one of 2 actions. There's only 2 actions in the game. It is either moving the assistant up to 3 spaces from their starting location. So say we're going to start here. We always start with the one which has the little notch. You could move 1, you could move 2, or you could move 3 spaces. Wherever you move to, you collect that card. What we will then do is we replenish from the deck and plus 1 card on each of the stores that the magical assistant has gone past, including the one that they started from. So they're just going to keep on going round and round and round. And what that's going to mean is players are going to be collecting items to add to their pile, but also the piles of items around in the actual stores will start to increase. Nighttime stores, which are slightly darker, there's only 3 of them, always have their items hidden. You never know what you're going to get from a nighttime store. Whereas the daytime stores, you can clearly see what's available. So that is what the first action, just moving the assistant. The second action that you can do, which means that you do not move the assistant, is actually casting a spell. So what do you need to cast a spell? First of all, you need to have a spell book. Spell books are pretty obvious. They look like a book. Simple as that. These are 2 green spell books. This is a black spell book. This is quite special, quite different. We'll come to explain that in a second. To cast the spell, what you require is a spell book of a colour plus ingredients for that spell book in the same colour. Depending on how much ingredients you have determines the strength of the spell. So having a spell book and having 1 green ingredient would allow you to take a level 1 spell and cast it. If you manage to get 2 ingredients, you can take a level 2. And so on and so forth up to a level 5. Alright, so that's how the spells actually work, and I will explain what the different spells are when you actually draw and cast it, because the spells themselves are slightly random, though you will have a bit of knowledge as far as what type of spell possibly could be within the deck, and I will explain that in a second. So going back to the points, spell books actually have a value to them. Spells have a value to them, 1 to 5. And basically, what you're going to do is your point scores at the end is the spell number of your book plus the value of the spell. So if you used this green spell book plus a level 5 spell, there's 7 points for you. And that's how you gain your points at the end. It's all down to the spells that you have cast and the books that you use to cast them, not the actual ingredients that you had collected to be able to do so. But of course, you need to have a certain level of ingredients to be able to cast the higher value spells. All right, is that clear? Are you following?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's once we get into the swing of it, you will absolutely get it. It's not hard at all. So what we have, I just want to make certain on this that all the spells. No, actually, the spells are visible. So let me just correct that. It's really only the lower end of spells where there are a number of different spells that you can collect. The higher level spells, there's only one or two of each of those. So let's just go through a little some of these spells for you. Not that necessarily you'll remember them all right here and now. It doesn't really matter too much, right? It's about the points more than anything else, because at the end of the game, it is the points that count. So level 1 spells, let's just run through these quickly. Typically, level 1 spells are applied as soon as you cast the spell. So we have Banishment. You're able to remove a cursed scroll from your possession. Transfer, you're able to give one of your opponents a cursed scroll. Substitution, you can draw a card from an opponent's hand and then give that opponent a card of your choice. Levitation, you can take a card of your choice from any shop and then do not replace that card. So you're basically just stealing a card. Replication, you can take another turn immediately. Swiftness, so this is a spell that is constantly in play. Each spell of this type in your possession increases your movement by 1. So remember I said how the assistant can only move 3 spaces? Well, if you have that spell active, they can move 4. If you have it active again, as a double-up spell, they can move 5. Oh my goodness, do we have a bot? Let me just get rid.
Reporting them now.
Yeah, let me just get rid of that. We don't want a bot, do we?
Get out of here, bot. See, Amy's even barking at him.
Yeah, hello Lostor, thank you so much for coming on by this evening.
Can't remember the last time we actually had a bot.
Neither can I. That's why I'm actually quite taken aback. But they are gone. They are gone. Gone, foul bot. Gone. Okay. So swiftness. You're able to get the assistant around much faster. Now, the first lot of spells happen instantaneous. The swiftness is something that is working constantly for you. These last two happen at the end of the game during scoring. So disappearance, choose a colour and discard all cards of this colour from your hand. So answering your question, Sarah, when we get to the end of the game, any ingredients that are still in your hand, each colour that is represented is -1 point. Disappearance would allow you to get rid of all the cards from one colour. So you hence would be able to reduce that negative value slightly. And that's a level 4 card over here. Purification, which is the level, and there's only one level 5 card, is you're able to discard all of the cards that are still in your hand. All right. So effectively,
So when we get these spells, do we have to do them right away, or can we save the spell?
No. As soon as you have the ingredients and you decide you want to cast a spell, the spell is cast immediately. It's in your advantage to cast a spell. Don't hang on to them. You cast them as soon as you possibly can. It's your two actions are basically move the assistant or cast a spell. Simple as that. Right? And remember, by casting the spells, that's what's generating you the points. It's also allowing you to use up the ingredients that you've got in your hand, which ultimately you do not want to end the game with any ingredients. You want to have casted all your spells and used up all your ingredients. Alright. So I talked about casting a spell, and typically a spell is a spell book with a number of ingredients of the same colour. The only difference is the black spell book, and it requires one of each type of ingredient, the different colours, and there are 5 colours in the game, which are red, green, yellow, purple and blue. So this spell book requires each of those colours as ingredients. Alright. The only thing I haven't explained are the mandrakes that you get right at the beginning of the game. These are extremely powerful magical items, and they act as wild cards. So a mandrake can replace an ingredient, or it can actually replace the spell book. But if you're going to use the mandrake as a spell book, you must use ingredients of all one colour or all different colours. So you've got to decide, is your mandrake acting as a standard spell book, or is it acting as a black spell book? That is the only decision you have to do in regard to the mandrake.
Does the mandrake score points when it's used as a spell book?
That's an interesting point, because no, it doesn't. So it would only be the score of the actual spell used, because it is a 0 score on it, whereas these spell books have a score of 2. Alright, so let's just make sure we've got that again. So the number of ingredients you use determines the maximum power of the spell you can cast. So 1 spell book plus 3 ingredients of the same colour, you can cast a spell of up to a level 3. Alright, and so in calculating the scores, for each spell you've cast, add the value of the spell card and the spell book, ignoring the ingredients card. So it is the spell book plus the spell card. If you were to cast this level 3 spell with this level 2 magic book, that would be 5 points. Alright, there you go. I think we're good to go. Are you feeling confident?
I'll give it a go.
No, I mean, yes.
Alright, no, it really is really easy. Okay, once we just get into the swing of it. So initially, our first couple of rounds, we will just be collecting things, all right? It'll be the first person who's going to go, okay, I'm going to go and cast a spell. So here we go. So Amberden, you're going first, all right? Let me tell you what you can see. You're going to be moving up to 3 spaces. It's up to you what you do. So you can either take a card that you do not know what it is. You can take a yellow item, that is a snake. Or you can take another card that you don't know what it is. So, which one do you want to take?
I take it this means you can only move clockwise. You can't move anti-clockwise.
Yep, clockwise.
I'll take the first night shop.
Let me just move the assistant to any of the next 3 shop tiles clockwise. Yes. So which one, sorry?
First night shop.
Okay, so you're going to go to the night shop there. You're going to take your item. You have received a curse. So I'm going to put your curse there. Because you have the first curse, you get the curse token. So you now have -2 points right off the bat. All right. But
wonderful. Monkeys stacked the deck.
But of course, it's now down to other players to basically, if they collect curses, then if somebody else gets the curse, you can pass that curse over to them. If somebody has more curses than you, then they will get the curse. All right. There are spells that you can cast that can help you get rid of your cursed scrolls. So you can help start managing that as well. So what we need to do now is we have traveled 1 shop. We now have to put down a card on the shop that we moved from, which is a purple item going there. All right.
Question.
Yes, go ahead.
You said there's spells that allow you to remove cards of a colour from your hand.
Yep.
Is white, as in the curses, a colour?
Yes, it is. But it's a different spell that removes curses. And that particular spell is... Just find it. It's actually a level 1 spell just here, which is Banishment. Remove 1 cursed scroll from your possession. But there is also Transfer, which may be... Let me just make... Actually, this is the Transfer. So this first spell available to you is Transfer. Give one of your opponents a cursed scroll. So in order to cast that spell, what you need is a spell book and 1 ingredient, and that allows you to cast that straight away. All right. So, Amberden, you've had your go. It's my go next. I am going to... Well, I'm going to move 1, 2, 3. I'm going to come all the way here, and I'm going to take that spell book. So now we need to replan the stores that we've passed. It's a nighttime store, so we don't get to see. We have a red spell book going into that store, and it's again another nighttime store we don't get to see. Over to Sarah. What are you going to do?
So I can do any of the next 3.
Yes. So what do you have? You have a level 2 green spellbook. You have a curse. Or you have the black spellbook. I can tell you. Am I right in saying this? Where is it? Oh, does it actually say? There may only be 1 black spellbook.
I believe that is the case.
Yeah, I think there is just 1.
Yeah, I'll take it. Why not?
Yeah? Okay. So, 1, 2, 3. You're taking the black spellbook. And we then stock up. So, a blue has gone down there. A yellow has gone there. And a green has gone just there. Roger, over in the chat. So then, you have essentially, well, 1 choice. You're going to be picking up items, but how far do you want to go? Do you want to go 1, 2, or 3? First of all, you have an item you can't see. Then you have a purple item, but then you have a purple and a mandrake, which of course the mandrake is the wild card. It can be an ingredient or it can be a spellbook. Where are you going? 1, 2, or 3? I sound like I could be one of those game show host presenters. 3, he says. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I've just knocked all the village over. There we go. So then, you grab a purple and the mandrake. I'm just going to replan these before I explain something that I missed. So we have a purple. We have an unknown. We have another purple. Using the mandrake, because they are powerful, you can only use 1 mandrake within 1 spell. Okay, so Roger, you've got 2, but that'd be 2 separate spells that you would cast. You can only use 1 mandrake per spell. All right.
So the white cards, they just count as anything?
Yes, it's a wild card. It's either as an ingredient or as an actual spell book. Okay. It goes over to Amberden. And again, keep this going. We've got 1, 2, or 3.
I'll go 2.
2, okay. So 1, 2. You're taking a red and a yellow. Right, let's put those there. And you've gone 2. So we
Nice.
have a blue going there.
Trump's getting charged.
And we have a blind one there. So what have you got? You've got a mandrake, you've got a yellow, and you have a level 3 red spellbook. All right. It is over to me. I am going to go just 1. I'm going to take these 2 and hopefully there's something good. Oh, goodness. It is a green, which is great, but I get a curse. And I think you're able to pass that over, aren't you?
I think you get the curse marker.
So, do. If it's a tie, the sorcerer with the marker gives it to one of the other sorcerers who is tied. Yes, I have the curse. There we go. And we get to replan that store, which is a mandrake, over to Sarah. So you've got a blue.
I think I'm just going to take the blue card.
You're just going in the blue. All right, you're just going one. And you're taking that blue. All right, blue's done. And so we have a nighttime store, gets replanned. Over to Roga. Roga, what have you got? You have a green and a yellow. You have a green and a curse. Or you have a purple. 1, 2, or 3. 2, he says. Oh, okay. So 1, 2. So you're going to acquire a curse here. Interesting. Interesting tactics. Which means we're all even. I'm going to pass the curse over to you. I'm not hanging on to it. So we replan. We go a mandrake in there. And a red in there. And we're back over with Amberden. You have a purple, you have 2 unknown, or you have 2 purple.
2 purple, please.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Taking the 2 purple. You're obviously there's no hand limit size to this game. You can hold as many as you like. All right, over to me. I am going to be daring again. I'm going to take those 2 nighttime. What forgot? Oh my gosh, I got another curse and a purple. I am king of the curses. So I definitely have it now. Let's put down, we have a green and we have another green just going there. Sarah.
Question.
Yes,
Leave me with good choices ever.
Question. If you get a transfer spell, can you only transfer 1 curse or all your curses?
Transfers give one of your opponents a cursed scroll in your possession. So it's just 1. All right. So, Sarah, over to you.
Yeah, y'all don't really leave me with good options.
It's because this side of the shops haven't got stocked up as much, have they? I think it's, again, there's a little bit of
managing how far you go.
Sometimes
Pick the third option.
Yeah, sometimes
Number 3.
you can do it so that you trigger other players. 1, 2, 3. You are taking the mandrakes. You have 2 of those now. Okay, and we replan. We have unknown. We have a blue going down. We have an unknown. And now it's over to Roga. My goodness, Roga. You can get a green, yellow, and red. Or you can go for a purple. Or you can go for a purple and a yellow. So 1, 2, or 3. Going for 1, yes, I thought you might do. All right, so there you go. That was from here, wasn't it? So we move that there. We replan this one, which is a curse. And it's over to Amberden. You can have a purple, a yellow and purple, or 3 unknowns.
I'll roll the dice on the unknowns.
No, okay, there we go. What are you gonna get? Oh, look at you, a green, a purple, and a blue. Lots of good stuff. I may have to tidy these up at a point, but we have a curse going out. We have a yellow going out. We have a red going out. I am going to... I'm going to go 2 and take those 2 just there. And so we have the nighttime store, and we have a yellow going onto the green on the daytime. And it is over to Sarah.
I'll take the second option.
Okay. So you're going 1, 2. You get a blue and a mandrake. You're picking up lots of these mandrakes, aren't you? So you get a purple going out and an unknown. Roga, you have the choice of 2 unknown or a curse or a curse. I wonder that the tea leaves probably don't need to tell me which one you're going to go for. 1, he says. You get a purple and a red spellbook. Oh, okay. Well, you've got lots happening there. So that just goes there, and we get a blue spellbook appearing. Amberden, you've got a curse, another curse, or a purple and a yellow.
No prizes for guessing which one I'm going for.
I thought as
It's a
much.
curse.
Okay, so you're taking the purple and the yellow. I'll just go on in there. So we need to stock up. We have a nighttime. Then we have a yellow going on that curse. And we have a purple going on that curse. What am I going to do? I'm going to go 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm taking the green and the yellow. And so we stock up with a purple, with a curse, and with a nighttime. Sarah, what do you have? You have a purple, you have 2 unknowns, or you have a blue spellbook?
Let's go for that spell book.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Now, can I do a spell or?
No. You do that in your next turn. Remember, you either move the assistant or you
Okay,
cast
you
a spell.
either get something or do a spell.
Yes, exactly. So we got a green spellbook going out, we got a yellow spellbook going out, and we've got an unknown, and we are halfway through the deck. Over to Roga. Roga, you have an unknown, then you have a curse and a yellow, and a curse and a purple. And let me, because we're kind of getting to maybe the midway point here, let's just do a quick tidy up. Let's see what you have. Just in case there's any spell shenanigans to be happened. So you've got 2 purples, you've got a yellow, you have 2 mandrakes, then you have a spellbook with 1 green, and you have a red spellbook with 1 red. So if I just look at this, just following the rules, you could cast a red spell at level 2, and you could cast a green spellbook at level 2. The red would potentially give you 5 points, and the green would give you up to 4 points.
I'm not quite sure how that works. Just he only seems to have 1 ingredient plus the red spellbook.
But he has.
So how does that get?
But
how does he get that?
Because he has a mandrake. The mandrake is a wild card, remember? So he has the spellbook,
Yes.
and he has a red plus a mandrake. He has the spellbook, he has a green plus a mandrake. So he can basically do the level 2. The level 2 is the maximum spells he can cast. So you're saying cast the red spell. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So I'm going to have to organize this a little bit. So you are going to...
Are you casting that at level 1 or level 2, Roger? Are you using your mandrake as an ingredient or not?
You obviously want to maximize, yes, the level. Try and cast it as high as you possibly can because that's the points. So the level 2 spell that you have there is Substitution. So you get to draw a card from an opponent's hand and give that opponent a card of your choice. So that's the spell that you are casting. So ultimately what happens then is we put the spell book over the top and we hide the actual ingredients because they no longer matter, and all that matters is the level of a spell book and the level of the actual spell. So Roger has scored 5 points at the end of the game. I'm just going to put these below here just so that I can keep track. So which of your cards, Roger, do you want to substitute with another player? And which of the cards from the other players do you want to take? So what have we got? Amadon's got, very quickly, a Mandrake, a Curse, a Yellow, a Red, Green Spellbook at level 3, 3 purples, 4 purples, 1 blue, 1 yellow, 1 green level 2 Spellbook. Curse for a green. Okay, and whom are you taking that from? And doing that too? Over to me, I have a Mandrake. I have a level 2 green spellbook. I have 1, 2, 3 green ingredients. Does Monkey have green? Of course Monkey's got green. What do you want to take, Roger? Do you want to take the spellbook or do you want to take the ingredients? I don't even know why I suggest other players. I really don't.
Surprised you didn't go for the spellbook.
Green ingredient. We will take your first and only answer. Okay. What are you going to be giving me in return?
He's already said the curse.
Oh, has he? Oh, goodness. Okay. Right. Yes. I see you. Okay. It's going to be one of those situations, isn't it, where the chat doing the typing is going to school us all on how to play this game. Okay, Roger has probably done enough right now. Over to Amberdon. What do you want to do?
I believe the second lot along is a Mandrake and a yellow card.
Okay, so from here you have an unknown, you have a curse and a yellow, you have a curse and a purple.
Can you repeat that? The sound faded out for a minute there.
You have an unknown, you have a curse and a yellow, you have a curse and a purple.
I think I'll go for the unknown.
Unknown, okay. Which gains you a yellow. And so we replan with a blue spellbook. Okay, let's see what I can do. Can I do anything? I'm going to tidy up these curses a little bit. They're all there. Roger was kind enough, though I'm not quite sure it really was any generosity on his part, to not take my spell book, so I could do a level 3 spell. And that is swiftness. I could do a swiftness. Do I want to do that? I think I will, just to cast and do this. So what I'm going to do, I have my spell book. I'm going to have 1, 2, and then I'm using the Mandrake 3. So that gets me, put that there, and take the swiftness spell. So now I am able to move 4 during my turn. I'll place the spell just down at the bottom here, so I have it.
So what level allows you to move?
That was level 3. That's the swiftness spell. So basically, the top spells are all about removing colours from your hand at the end of the game. Level 3 is in the middle, which just allows you to move the assistant 1 extra. And these first two, level 1 and level 2, are all about changing who has curses. Either getting rid of the curses, or transferring a curse to another player, or potentially picking up cards from either players or from the shops. But they are randomized. You never quite know what those spells are going to do. So at the moment...
So we can only use 1 white card, right? We can't use 2 white cards.
That's correct, yes. Per spell. So let me just tell you what you have then, Sarah. Because
I know what I have. I will do the level 3, so that way I get an extra move as well.
Okay, let's just take a look.
Because I should have 2 blue ingredients and a white.
Indeed, yeah. So you've got your black spell book there. You have a blue, you have 2 ingredients. You can add another mandrake to it. So yes, indeed, you can do a level 3 spell then.
That's what I'm going to do, because I keep having crappy choices, so...
Yeah.
Let's broaden my choices.
Is the next level 3 card another Swift card?
They are all level Swift cards, yes. Okay, so there you go, Sarah. So you have got the ability to go up to 4 spaces now. Right? But you've also scored 3 points for the end of the game. Alright. That was you. It is back over to Roger. What are you going to do, Roger? Are you going to move? You want to cast the green? Yeah, you see. This is an interesting game, this. It's collect, 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 and then you get to the halfway point, and then it's spell, 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 and then some collecting, and then some spells, and some collecting. So, okay, so what have you got here? My goodness. You can do a level 2, you got a level 2 spell book with 1, 2, 3 ingredients. So you could take a level 3 spell, which allows you to move faster and would score you, my goodness, 5 more points. You'd be up to 10 points in total. End of the game. Level 3, he says. Of course he does. Alright. So in fact, that's the last level 3 spell. There are no more. You have to go higher now, or lower. Higher or lower. All right. It's back over to Amberden. What are you going to do?
What do the level 4 spells do?
Level 4. So the level 4, the first one is disappearance. So you can choose a colour at the end of the game, and any cards that you have of that colour no longer count as a minus.
I guess I'll just move along and pick up that solitary purple card without a curse.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3. You're taking purple, and we replan. I can see what you question there, Roger. I'm going to come back to you in a second. We got an unknown. We got a blue added to a yellow and a curse. We got a yellow added to a purple and a curse. So what cards do you have? You have a yellow, a purple, and a purple. That's what you have left. We'll just place those there. Paranoid. Can someone point me to the list of games that are being played tomorrow? So tomorrow we are playing a game called Helipagos. The list is on the general chat in the Discord. Okay, we do need quite a few players for tomorrow's game. It is all about being shipwrecked on an island, trying to work together, and then squabbling to who is actually going to get on the raft and off the island before the storm arrives. I thought that would be a great game for this community. Okay.
Backstabbing are us.
Indeed, indeed. So, Amazon, you've picked up your card. It's over to me. What am I going to do? I'm going to go 1. I'm going to take all those cards. I am really just, fully embracing I have all the curses. But I'm going to take those just there. And so we get 1 card out, which of course is a curse. I am the necromancer in this party. Okay, Sarah, you've got 2 unknowns. You've got a green spellbook, or you've got a yellow spellbook with a purple. But remember, you can go 4, which is what I forgot that I could do. So you do have 3 unknowns that you can reach.
We'll take the 2 cards. The yellow and the purple.
Okay. So you're going to go just there. Take your yellow spellbook and the purple ingredient. Just put those just there. We need to replan. We got a blue ingredient going out. We've got an unknown going out. We've got a red ingredient on that green. And it's over to Roger. Roger, you have a yellow and 2 purple ingredients. What do you fancy doing?
My sound died again.
You can have either 3 unknowns, you can have a blue spellbook, you can have 1 unknown, or you can have a curse, a yellow, and a blue. Paranoid, we can count you in for tomorrow. You like the idea of some backstabbery. So Roger's gambling and going for 1. Good man, good man. What have you got? Oh yes, you gambled and it paid off. You've got 2 blue ingredients and a purple spellbook. Oh my goodness. Not too shabby at all. We got a yellow ingredient going out. Amberden, what are you going to do? I think you're in a good position now.
What's the level 1 spell?
Level 1 spell is transfer. Give one of your opponents a cursed scroll in your possession. The level 2 spell.
I'll move 1 and take the... Oh, what was the level 2 spell?
The level 2 spell is replication. You may take another turn immediately. Let's just have a quick look, just to help you along here. Purple, yellow, yellow, purple, green, purple, blue, purple, purple, red, yellow, curse. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 5 purples with a mandrake that could cast a level 5 spell. That'd be 5 points for you. Remember, it's all about the points. You've got a level 2 green spellbook, which you could use with that mandrake ingredient just to get 2 points. 3 points, sorry, because you could have a level 1 spell with it. You could do the mandrake with the red spellbook, again level 1, which would get you 4 points. You could.
I think I'll use a mandrake with the purple.
I think, yeah.
Clear this solitary level 5 spell off. Not that I know what it does.
It basically allows you to remove all of your ingredient cards at the end of the game, which means you don't get any of the minus points that other players might get. So, yeah, I would say that's probably a good idea. So that is spellbook with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that gets you a solitary level 5 card. So you have 5 points. Without any minuses, potentially. Okay, awesome. Over to me. I am going to going to cast a spell. I'm going to use my 0 spell book with 1 ingredient to cast that level 1 transfer spell. I'm going to transfer a curse, and I'm giving one of these curses to my good friend Roger, because I know that he'd appreciate it. So, Roger, there you go. Have a curse. Have a curse. The next level 1 is substitution. Is that substitution? Yes. So that is substituting a card from one player to another. All right. Sarah, over to you. What do you want to do?
Oh boy.
Has it got you scratching your head, this game?
I'm just gonna have to take a cursed card, I think.
You're gonna, yes. Sometimes you just have to. But remember, it's fine, because at this moment in time, I'm king of the curses. So long as you don't have more than me, you're okay. You can have as many as you like.
I'll take number 4.
Number 4, okay. So you're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. You're taking a yellow, a purple, and a curse. And no, you're still good. Let's put these together a little bit here. So you got 2 purples, and you got the spell book for the yellows. Remember, you got that black spell book as well. But you now do own a curse, but that's absolutely fine. Nothing to worry about. So we have 1. We have a yellow spell book going out. We have another unknown. We have a blue ingredient added to another blue ingredient, and a yellow, and a curse. Okay, Roger. After you cast a spell, how long does the move 4 spaces? It's permanent. It's all the way to the end of the game, so it's always your option. You can move up to 4 spaces now that you have that spell in play. But you're also saying that you want to cast purple. Let's have a quick look. You got a 0, and you've got... So you can cast a level 2 purple spell, which level 2 replication. You may then take another turn. Would you like to do that? Cast purple, he says. And so replication. So you've scored another 2 points. Roger, you're up to 12 points at this moment. And you get another go. You want to cast blue. Oh my goodness. Right, you cannot cast blue because you do not have a blue spell book. You have 2 blue ingredients and a yellow ingredient and a curse. Okay, so you cannot cast blue, but you can move. And you can move up to 4, so you could go 1 to a curse, 2 to a blue, 3 to 2 unknown, or 4 to a red and a green spellbook. You're going to move 2 to go to the blue, alright? So you've now got 3 blues, and we replay. There's a purple going out, there's a red 3 spellbook going out. Amberden, over to you.
There's 2 unknown. What's on the top?
So 2 unknown. You got a red and a green spell book, and then you have a yellow ingredient.
I take it you said yellow ingredient. The sound
Yes.
keeps cutting out on me.
Yes, yellow ingredient.
I gamble on the 2
Okay.
unknowns.
Okay, let's find out. Oh, you get a curse. In fact, it was free. It's a curse, a purple ingredient, and a green ingredient. Okay, well, that's all good.
Curses!
Curses indeed, but again, it doesn't matter.
You're still holding it.
I'm still holding it, yeah. It's absolutely fine. So you moved along by 1, so we replan that just going in there. What do I want to do? Okay, I'm going to go 1. I'm going to take those 2 just there. So we put... Oh, I've looked at it, so let me just put that away, because it's got to be a nighttime card. There we go. All right. Sarah, over to you. So you've got a yellow, an unknown, a blue spellbook, a yellow spellbook, or 2 unknowns.
So 2 unknowns.
Wow, okay.
Let's live life on the edge.
What have you got? Oh! 2 curses! Curses!
What?
Curses!
The first time I try it.
I do believe that means you get the curse token as well.
No.
It does, because you are level. You're level with me.
Oh.
It does mean you get it. Oh, that's so unlucky. Yeah, because I've got 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry, Sarah. You've got the curse.
I hate it.
You've got the curse. Okay, we've got a purple spellbook going out. We've got a red spellbook going out. We got an unknown. And we have a blue spellbook, and there's just a few cards left. Game is getting close to the end. Remember, when this pile gets to the end, it triggers the 3 turn marker. There will just be 3 rounds for us to play. All right. It is Roger's turn. So what have you got, Roger? A curse, a yellow, and 2 blue ingredients. A purple ingredient, a curse, and a red spellbook. Or a yellow ingredient. That's your movement of 4. Move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're taking the yellow ingredient. Done. Roger is speeding this game up because, of course, he knows that if he can get to the end of this deck, that's the end of the game. So what have we got? We got an unknown, we had an additional blue, we had a curse, and we had a green. There is literally 1 card left, and it starts with you, Amberden. What are you going to do?
I've only got the 1 red spellbook, is that right?
That's correct, yes.
I gamble on the unknown.
This first one? It
Yes.
will be, yes. It will be, won't it? Yes. Okay. You get a blue spellbook. Gamble might have paid off there. Okay, and we replay that last card. Okay, so let me just double check on this. Is it me or you?
It's Monkey now.
So starting with the next sorcerer, right. So this goes to me. So I am going to be the one that declares the final turn. So at this moment in time, there are going to be 3 rounds. When it comes back to me, I will flip this over and there will only be then 2 rounds. When it comes back to me again, I will take this away and it will then be the last round. All right? So that's how it's going to work. So we are literally just going to be cleaning up and casting spells. You want to get rid of all of your ingredients for every colour that you still have in your ingredients. That's -1 point. So there's a potential that if you have 1 of every colour, there's -5 points in your hand. You want to try and cast those spells, get rid of those ingredients. I am going to go 2 and take those. We can't fill up, so that's it. It is over to Sarah.
I see the cards that I do have.
Yep. So let's just do a quick tally. You have the black spell book. You have a yellow spell book. You have 1 yellow ingredient. You have purple ingredients, 2 of. And you have 2 mandrakes. Just remember, mandrakes can act as ingredients or spell books, but you can only
use them as a book. You can't use another one as an ingredient.
Exactly, yes.
Um.
So effectively, you could do a yellow spell. You could do a purple spell. You could do your yellow spell could be at level 2.
What is 2?
Your purple could be at level 2.
What is yellow, or what does level 2 get me?
Level 2 would get you to be able to do another turn. You know what?
Yeah,
I mean, you could actually you could cast your yellow cards to basically get another turn, and then you could cast your purple to get another turn.
Let me do.
Sorry.
I'll do the yellow at a level 2, please.
Which color was that, Sarah? Which color?
Yellow.
Yellow. What a fantastic idea. So you're doing a level 2 spell, gets you 3 points, and you can have another turn. What would you like to do, Sarah?
That include picking up cards.
That would be moving the assistant. So yes, you can either cast another spell now, or you can move the assistant.
That way. Darn it. Nope, it's fine. I'm going to do purple again.
So you're casting
purple at a level 2.
Casting another spell. So that is purple level 2. Gets you another 2 points. And in fact, the spell has now changed. This level 2 spell has now changed to levitation. So this then, take the card of your choice from any shop and do not replace that card. So you casted a spell, allowed you another turn, you cast another spell. You now have another turn, don't you?
I do books at the end are negative points?
No, books don't count. So it's only the ingredients. So having that black book, that's absolutely fine.
So then I'll pick up that blue book, I guess.
You mean this one just here? Yes, those are all...
No, I'll pick up that first purple book.
Let me just...
Since it doesn't get replenished.
Let me just double check here. Deduct 1 point per colour. Oh, actually, no, books will count as well.
Oh, okay, then let's not do that.
Yeah. Well, you've got to move him. So...
All right, so I will. Well, I get to pick any color from anywhere, right? I get to pick any card.
No, you can. No. You've not cast that spell. You can only move him because you've got no more spells to cast. So you can move him 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're either taking 2 unknown, you're taking 2 blue spell books and a yellow, you're taking an unknown, or you're taking 3 blue ingredients, 1 yellow ingredient, and a curse.
I don't have any white cards left, do I?
You don't know.
See, that's why I was thinking I should have done it the other way around before. Yep, I made a mistake. I didn't realize that there was 3 there. I only thought that there was 2. Okay. I'll just take that 1 curse card. Well, it's not a curse card. It's an unknown, but let's be honest, it's probably a curse card.
1, 2, 3. What is it? It's a yellow spellbook. That's probably... You've taken the least amount, so you got the least negative points there. That's probably as good as it can get. There's nothing to refill. So, okay, we're over to Roga. But, you've done no other. You've cleaned out as much as you possibly can, which is good. Roga wants to cast yellow. So let's have a look. No, Roga, you need a spell book. At the moment, you have 1 curse, you have 3 blue, and 2
Needed
yellow.
this behind you is what you needed.
Yes, exactly. You needed that spell book that Sarah's just picked up. Yes.
Not necessarily that, but of the up-faced cards, the spot behind him would have given him a blue and a yellow.
He wants all of these. Yes, he does. so that knowing that, depending how people move the assistant, we could screw over Roga. Right? Remember, Roga can move up to 4. So we want to be moved 4. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You're taking a purple spell book. Okay, done. Amberden, what are you going to do? So you have...
What have I got in cards at the moment?
You have a blue spell book with 1 blue ingredient. I'm going to put those just there so we can manage it. You have 3 yellow ingredient, 1 purple. You have 1 red spell book and 1 green spell book with a green ingredient. So in effect, you can cast a green level 1 spell or a blue level 1 spell. And the level 1
what's
spell...
level 1 spell at the moment is?
Level 1 spell is Substitution. So draw a card from an opponent's hand and then give that opponent a card of your choice.
Has anyone got a yellow spell book?
I do.
Sarah does, and I do.
I will transfer a curse to the monkey and take his yellow spell book.
Okay.
Then take that thing back.
Then, before, hang on. So, which are you doing? Are you doing blue or are you doing green? Green gives you the most points.
I will take green.
Okay. So, green with 1 ingredient, doing the substitution. Gets you 3 points. And you are giving me a curse. Means I get the curse token. Sarah's really happy. And you want to take the yellow spell book over there. All right. Thank you very much.
Thought you'd like that.
Yes. Okay.
And now you'll get your revenge.
Oh, damn right. I'm going to get my revenge for sure. So I am going to... what am I going to do? I'm going to spend my red spell book with 2 ingredients to do a level 2 spell. I am going to take something from the shops. Oh yeah, thank you, Roga. Yep, countdown is still happening. So I get 5 points. And I will take this yellow spellbook. Done. And it goes over to Sarah.
Okay. Now it's the spaces, not cards, right? So I only have to choose between 2.
Yeah, I mean, well, you could play carefully here. So let's just have a look. So you've got, at the moment, 3, 4, 5, 6. You've got 8 points. You're going to lose 2 points. So you've got 6 points at the moment. If you pick anything up, if you can't use it as a spell and cast it, it's going to be more.
Choose nothing.
More points. So yes, you could purposely move into one of these blank spaces so that you basically don't pick anything up. You don't add to
I'll
the
move
negatives.
one space.
Yeah. No, I think that's probably a good idea. It goes then over to Roga. So let's have a quick look again, Roger. Got a purple spell
Make a
book.
spell if you can. If you can't, move 2 spaces.
Right, so Roger, you've got a purple spell
no.
book.
Oh, Roger, you could get the 2 blue spells though. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can get your blue spells. Your blue spell books.
Couldn't he? Yeah.
And then just cast
Move
1
4.
or 2. Yeah.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to take those. So you're still going to have a minus point, but you're also going to gain some points as well. I think you're okay, Roger. Okay, Amberden, what are you going to do?
Is there a level 3 spell left?
There is not. All the level 3s have gone.
What happens if I cast a level 3 spell? Does it go down to a level 2 or does
Nope.
it go up to a level 4?
You can't cast a level 3 because there's no level 3 spells. You have to now basically either cast down to a level 2 and just save one of your ingredients, or gain another ingredient to cast up.
What is the level 2 spell?
Level 2 is taking an item from one of the stores that's available. So, yes, you've got your yellow spell that will allow you to do that. Or you can do a level 1 with your blues. Those are your 2 options.
What's the level 1 spell?
Level 1 is, again, swapping cards. Substitution. Draw a card from an opponent, swapping it with one of your cards.
Okay, I will cast my level 1 spell.
Yep.
And I will give the monkey another curse and take one of his yellow ingredients.
I don't know why I even play with you guys. It's just, there's definitely no fairness.
I tried to take that token from you at one point.
Yes.
So I can't see anyone else who's actually got... Well, I suppose I could have taken a yellow card from Sarah, but that would just improve her score.
Yes, it would. Yes. Okay, so you're taking a yellow ingredient from me. So that goes in there. Okay. Oh, did I miss? Yes, so you've got level 4. There you go. Oh, yeah. Nicely done. Okay. There you go there. That goes there. Right, done. Oh, okay. So it goes to me. I get rid of this. So literally, this is it now. This is the last round. I'll have a go. Everybody else has a go. That's the end of the game. It just leaves me with one thing then, is I will... Oh, I can't do it, can I? Oh, you see, Amberden, if only I had that one ingredient, because I would have absolutely just taken your spell book off you. But I can't do it. So I have a level 1 spell. All I can do is pass a curse on to somebody.
Oh, can you?
Yes, so...
But he's not going to lose the curse marker.
1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 curses. I'll just do it to Amberden, just, because. But it makes no difference. Okay. That's it. That's all I can do. It is over to you, Sarah.
I think all she can do is move 1 to an empty space.
Yeah, I think that's what I'll do.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's the safest play for sure. Roger, what are you going to do? Well, let's have a quick look. I think you're actually in a good position here, aren't you? Let's just see. So you got one of those.
Didn't Roger get a blue spell book? Roger, don't move. Spend your spell. At least one of them you could do a level something.
Right, Roger. You can... Yeah, it doesn't really help you. You've only got 3 So yeah, it's level 2 and level 1 spells. That's all you can actually do. Level
Do either
2
of those let him get rid of anything?
No, well, yes, he can get rid of a curse, and he does have a curse card. So you could get rid of that curse card. With the
That
level
doesn't
1.
do anything.
But it's
What
only,
is the other two?
It's only going to be 1 point. You might as well go for the 2 points, which is picking an item up from one of the stores. And the best play there is to do a colour that you already have. So it's either a purple, a yellow, or a blue. That won't affect your end scoring. So you could take one of these blues and cast the level 2 spell. I think that's probably the best thing you can do. Let's see if he agrees. Level 2 spell and take a blue. Yeah, I think that probably is a good idea. So casting that spell gets you the 2 points. It's the final card as well. So that's helpful. That just goes there. You've got yourself another 2 points. And you grab a blue there. So it doesn't affect your end score in the negative aspect. So it really is then just down to you, Amberden. What do you have? You have a yellow spell.
Cast a level 4 spell.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So you get... This allows you to basically get rid of all of one colour, but it doesn't really matter because your other spell is get rid of all the spell cards in your hand. So...
but does all of one colour... it doesn't affect curse, does it?
No, curses still remain. But again, it doesn't matter on the curses because it's only the person who's got the curse token. So it's still good.
I get rid of all my ingredients.
Yes, you do.
And
so
score 4 points.
Yes, indeed. It's the 4 points that's probably more important.
How much does that yellow spell cost? How much is the yellow spell book?
It was 1, so you got 5 points from that. Cool. Okay, that's the end of the game. All right, let's take a look. So, Amberden, what do you have? Let's try and do this carefully so I can bring it over so you guys can see. There's only so much on the room on the table. So what have you got? You got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 points in total. No minuses for you. And you do not have the curse marker, so all is good. So that was your 14. I'm just going to tidy these up as I go along. What I got? I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. With... Did I use up all my cards? Have I just moved them?
You just moved them over to the other side of the screen.
Yes, I've just moved them, haven't I? So I actually have these cards. Did you have any? Because you... Oh, no, I don't... Well, these were yours, though, weren't they?
No, you picked up your cards, your ingredient cards, to bring your spells up into view.
Oh, I've just messed up, haven't I? I know I moved some of yours because you did, because obviously I cleared out all of yours completely.
Yeah,
Typical,
I only think I had 1 ingredient or possibly 2 ingredient cards left, so at least 2 of those are yours.
Right. Okay. So we'll say two.
The red spell book was mine, and
yes. So I'm going to say it's -2 for my ingredients, and then -2 for the curse itself. So sorry, that was 10, 11, 12, 13, -4, 9 points. Okay. That's that. With that. There's that. That's 9 for me. Sarah, you have... I'm going to bring them up here. You got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then -2, you got your 6 points. Roger. Oh, careful. We got 5, we got 10, we got 12, we got 14 points. With 1, 2, 3, 14. You got 11 points. So I think, Amberden, you won.
Yep, coming from the end at the last minute.
Yeah, well done. There we go then. That's the
I
end of the
like
game.
this game. It's a nice fun game.
Everybody says that when they win.
It's cute. Even though I lost horribly, it's still cute.
It is a great game. It packs into a super tiny box, so it's ideal for traveling. The one little aspect that we didn't really look into here, and let me just, I'll show you. If you really want to start playing this game at an advanced level, is there is a breakdown by colour as to which suits do actually have the most ingredients. You can start to game the game once you have an understanding of that, but I wasn't looking at that and you guys weren't aware of it, so we were just playing it as natural as you might do on a first game. But you can take it that next step up. You can also play as teams, playing as 2 sorcerers versus the other 2 sorcerers, because it is kind of competitive. That's where you're able to sort of start transferring curses and, you know, obviously looking after your team. But yeah, it's a great little game, nice and easy to play. Definitely has its sort of flow of as we experienced halfway through the game. It's all collecting. The first person casts a spell, and then it is a spells and collecting and spells and collecting, and then right at the end game, it's can I get rid of all these cards? How can I maximize so that I have less negative points in my hand?
Question: how good are the cards? Are they quality or are they flimsy cards?
They're nice enough. You know, I think that I would say these are mid-range, right? They are sort of nicely textured and printed. They are thicker than some of the other cards I've had, but I've also had slightly better as well. So I would have no complaints with them. As with any cards, if you want them to last the test of time, then you should sleeve them, shouldn't you? But these are perfectly fine as cards. The little guy does come on a standee ordinarily, but because we are playing top down, I put him flat to make it easier for you to see. So Roger's saying it was a fun game. Glad you enjoyed, and you did really well, Roger. Picked it up despite the limitations of chat. So and well done on your score. You were doing really, really well there. I did think you might have had it in the bag, as they say. Sarah, you enjoyed it all the same?
Cute, even though I failed.
Well, it's okay. It's okay. So, you know, it's 1 to Amberden, 0 to the rest of us. Yeah.
Well, I can't remember the last time I actually lost a game when I was actually allowed to play.
Well, okay. Then with that sort of talk, maybe you won't make it to the raft tomorrow evening. Yes, we do carry.
I'm quite sure you're going to try and throw me to the sharks tomorrow.
Indeed, we do carry grudges on this channel, so yes, let that be known, everybody who might want to play tomorrow night's game. It is a cooperative game up until near the end, when we decide who is going to make it off the island. Amberden successfully won tonight's game. Okay, so be prepared. The game does allow for quite a few players. I think it's up to maybe about 10 players. So if you do want to join on in, please let me know in the Discord. If you want to check out the rules, I will put up a link in advance so you can see how it plays. Again, it's super easy to learn and to go through the motions, and it's just a bit of fun at the end of the day as we vote Amberden into the shark pit. But you know, it's all just a bit of fun, isn't it?
Yep. So I'll be playing with Shark Chomp tomorrow.
On Wednesday, we will be playing a game which I say absolutely everybody in chat and otherwise can play. It does require you to either print out a sheet or have it on maybe your tablet so that you can mark out sections. It is one of these roll and write style of games. We have played them before on the channel. It is super, super fun. I think we're all going to thoroughly enjoy it. So I will put on the sheet for you to print out in advance of Wednesday night's game. The more people we get playing, the better. It's going to be really, really good fun. So that is going to be the game on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, there is a special stream, but more details to come on that. I guess we'll wrap up there. So thank you, Amberden and Sarah and Roger, for playing tonight's game. Glad you enjoyed. I think that's about it.
I will say good night and hopefully see you tomorrow. Can you post the rules for Wednesday's game as well as Tuesday's? Because I can probably do one night, but maybe not both.
Okay,
So
we'll do.
which one I do.
They'll be posted up on the Discord for sure.
Bye, everyone.
Okay, thanks, Sarah. Thanks, Amberden. Bye-bye now.
Bye, Sarah. Go play with your rust bucket.
Okay then, so our thanks to Amberden and Sarah and Roger for playing tonight's game. Congratulations to Amberden on a successful win of Mandragora from Studio H. Lots of fun. We will be playing a game tomorrow night, so do join us again from 7 o'clock GMT. But until then, bye for now.